This award is humbling. It's also affirming. This is a full circle moment for me because I received a scholarship from the Garden State Bar Association when I was a second-year law student. And I remember it like it was yesterday because I remember coming into the ballroom and seeing so many Black attorneys and just being awestruck by that. And this is well before Black Panther, so this is before Wakanda, when I actually had an opportunity to see it up front and personal. And when I was at the scholarship reception, the person who was giving me the scholarship asked if I wanted to say anything to GSBA. And as I approached the microphone, nervous as all could be, I said, I hope that I make you all proud. And I also said that I hope to pay it forward one day. And so being in the role that I'm in today as the Minority Student Program's Assistant Dean, I feel like I am doing just that, paying it forward, making sure that law students who are coming behind me have access to opportunities even greater than what I had as a law student. And so for the GSBA to be honoring me, it just gives me the affirmation that they've always been there for me, from when a law student to an attorney, now to an assistant dean. They're still there supporting me and pushing me forward. And so I am beyond grateful to the GSBA, and I hope that I continue to do just that, to continue to make them proud and to continue to pay it forward in whatever way that I can. I think as law students, students of color, as women, as members of the LGBT community, as students with disabilities, those students are often told that they don't belong. And when you come to law school and you have an opportunity to actually learn the systems that have been in place here in our country, in my opinion, when you start to really study those systems and you see how they were created to specifically exclude people of color, women, LGBT individuals, and individuals with disabilities, it can be disheartening. It can also be disappointing when you really have a better understanding of our nation's history. But I tell them to use that as fuel, right? To aim higher. Do not let anyone box you in. Oftentimes, sometimes I have to just really encourage my students because they think, oh, well, maybe I'm not good enough, whether it's applying for a scholarship or applying for an associate position. But I tell them that you are, that you do belong, that you're brilliant, because you would not have made it to law school if you were not. And so that is something that I'm always glad to do with my law students, because I've had so many people do that for me. We all have those moments of doubt, but I've had so many mentors. I can't even begin to name all of them. They've come in all races, all nationalities, all religions, different people that I feel God put in my life at specific times to encourage me to keep moving forward. And so if I can be that for my students, I am overjoyed to do it. And so that is something that I'm constantly just giving them affirmation. You belong, you are not an imposter, and you are great, and you just have so much greatness within you. But you have to actually strive to really accomplish all that you think you can't accomplish. To receive an award in the name of the incomparable Raymond A. Brown, civil rights icon, criminal defense attorney, community activist, someone who stayed in the trenches specifically for the city of Newark, which is my hometown. Looking back on his bio and all that he achieved, and I'm sure I could not read all that he had done because that is just how great of a man he was. But I think what came across to me pretty clearly is that Raymond A. Brown was fearless. And for me to be in the position that I'm in and to continue being an advocate for diversity, equity, and inclusion, you have to be fearless because oftentimes you're going to raise opinions that are unpopular. I just hope that I continue to remain fearless, to continue to have courage and to be brave enough to speak on behalf of those that can't speak for themselves, and to really be able to call out inequities that unfortunately still exist in our country. Oftentimes I remember being quite comfortable as an attorney, making a really good salary, being with a prestigious firm, but I knew that my heart wasn't in that work. And so I hope and I pray that I continue to have that spirit of just wanting to uplift the voices of others and choosing positions that will allow me to do that. And I think by doing so, I will be able to honor the legacy of Raymond A. Brown. I'd really like to thank the Garden State Bar Association for helping me with establishing the Minority Student Program at the Camden location. So many GSBA members reached out to me about scholarship opportunities, about serving as mentors. I've had many GSBA members actually serve as panelists, event speakers. The list goes on in terms of the assistance that the Garden State Bar has provided to me in my role as the MSP Dean in Camden, and I am forever grateful. Just the community support means so much, and the Garden State Bar Association just inspires me to continue working hard on behalf of our future lawyers, and they've essentially been the bridge that has helped my students successfully transition into the profession. And I should just say our students, because it truly does take a village to help law students. And so I thank you, Garden State Bar, for being just that, for being a part of the village for MSP and for everything. Hello, I am Rhasheda Douglas. I am a proud honoree of the Garden State Bar Association's 46th Scholarship Award Gala. I also have the privilege of serving as the Assistant Dean of the Minority Student Program in Camden. So I'm here in the beautiful city of Camden today, but I also have in my heart always my hometown of Newark, New Jersey. Thank you, GSBA family.